Okay, my last person for the night is Marcel Grateau. I didn't mean to say that. Marcel Grateau. Probably like Grateau. I don't really know how to say it. But let me get to my notes on him. So I do obviously probably won't even need the notes, but so he was born in 1852 in France. And from what I've read, curling irons have been existing, or they were existent in this time period, but they were kind of like a uniform type thing. They didn't really give you much control over what you were doing. So he was looking at his mother's hair whenever he was little, and he realized that she had like a nice little wave in it, and he was like, wow, like wouldn't it be nice if I could create these waves into people that didn't have these waves, basically, if that makes any sense. So he kind of set out to find a way to do that. So basically what it was is, let me see, I'm trying to get everything right. Okay, so it's like little tweezers in the shape of tubes, and then one concave and one convex, obviously, if you've seen Marcel. So one of them, of course, is just a rod, and then one of them is, it's not a solid piece, if that makes sense. So they were heated on a gas stove to create the undulating waves in the hair. So kind of kind of similar to finger waves. That's kind of how they look, especially on short hair. Women would just wear them kind of like right here. I think they're super pretty because they're not as like excuse me, they're not as drastic as finger waves, which I really like. I actually really like the look of a Marcel wave. And so he was making so much money. He was just working out of a little small room in France, and it's in Paris, France. And he didn't want anyone to know what he was doing, so he was making like money off of this, y'all. I calculated it actually. So he was charging 500 francs, I don't know how you say their money, per Marcel wave service, which is literally equivalent to $3,000 today, which obviously inflation, like, it wouldn't have been equivalent to $3,000 back then. But so basically what I figured up is $1 US dollar is equivalent to 1 franc is equivalent to 6 US dollars. So he was literally charging 6 times what it would be here. So he was making bank. So he finally like retired because he was rich. So he retired and moved to a castle in Normandy, and then after he retired, he was like, okay, like, y'all can have my technique. So then he kind of like gave it to all his colleagues and stuff. But that's pretty much it. I just think it's really cool that he made that much money that quick. That's insane. That's an insane amount of money to be making back then, because it said that he was charging 500 and his colleagues were only charging like 10 to 20 for their services. So I thought that was really good, and like, obviously he was a great businessman for that. But that's about it.